Hi everyone, this is me Jyotika Bedi, your host, psychologist and founder of Happiness is Love. What are you really looking for in your partner? It's an easy question. Sounds difficult, doesn't it, sometimes? Because we all look for things like intelligence, kindness, sense of humor, attractiveness, or even loyalty. No matter what we think we're looking for in a partner, the people we wind up choosing don't necessarily match our criteria sometimes. The reason for this is very simple. We don't always want what we say we want. The laws of attraction aren't always fair. We may think we are looking for a partner who compliments us only in positive, perfect ways, but at an unconscious level, we are frequently drawn to people who compliment us even in unhealthy ways. And this happens to all of us. Welcome, I have with me my hotelier friend Sarita.
Hello.
Thank you so much for doing this for me. It means
Anytime.
a lot. She's called Pataka. What that really means is she's a firecracker. She's a very vibrant person, and I'm really grateful that she was so willing and open and honest to do this podcast with me. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
So before I ask you, sometimes I believe that we choose partners who fit in destructive patterns that we also create for ourselves because they seem familiar. When choosing a life partner, it's very important for us to break free from some of the harmful tendencies that may not be serving us. So today we're going to talk about how the search for the one has been for you, Sarita. Because you're a young adult and I know you're searching.
Yeah.
So how has the search been for you?
To be very honest, disastrous. It's just not able to I'm not able to find the right one. I would say it's very difficult. You meet different types of people, but you're not able to get that feeling that okay, you know what, then this particular person is going to be the partner for the lifetime.
Okay.
So I'm just not making any choices right now.
I love her honesty. So why do you think there is a crisis? Why is it so difficult to find true partnership or love in modern times? What's going on?
I think it's because we all have been so independent nowadays that we all give importance too much to ourselves and not to the other person in a relationship, and we always keep us over and above anything that we have around. So in case if you need to make a sacrifice, you need to take a step back. You don't think about it and you have this ego of saying, you know what, I don't think ये क्या हो रहा है, मुझे तो ये पसंद नहीं आ रहा, and then you know what, I don't think this relationship is working out, let's move out. I
So
don't
give
think
up easily.
we are compatible for each other and all of that. So it doesn't work out that way. I think we have lost that touch of giving that sacrifice for each other and making that relationship work.
So true. So I think at some level we've forgotten what love is. We've really forgotten how to love.
Yeah.
And love is tricky. Love is complicated, but at the
Right.
same time, love is divinity. Love is the oxygen of the universe. It's the most healing, most powerful healing force in the world.
True.
So tell me, because I love your honesty, do you sometimes feel that you're also drawn towards certain negative patterns, or sometimes you attract people who you wonder, oh my God, what have I chosen?
So I think nowadays the only thing that people actually look at is the looks of a particular particular person.
Right.
When it comes to looks will not justify the other factors of a relationship or of that particular person. So later on, when you start, spending time with that person, is when you realize, okay, you know what, I thought this might work out well, but it does not.
Right.
Because I think the understanding, the compatibility, the respect for each other, all of that goes missing because the other person is also egoistic about the fact that, okay, you know what, I'm very good looking, I'm very handsome and all of that. And here you have the self-confidence saying, you know what, main to phool ki pari hu and all of that.
Right.
But then it does not matter. Looks really does not matter. All we need to look for each other is some I think the major factor is loyalty. Then we have to keep in mind that we have to respect each other, and the dominating nature needs to go out of this era, and we need to take equal responsibilities for each other.
Very well said, and that's why they say that love also means it's conscious effort, it's hard work. You need a lot of forgiveness. I see for long enduring love, we all need to do the hard work.
We need to.
But we are so quick to just give up.
We are quick to give up only because we think, you know what, ये रिश्ता तो जिंदगी भर के लिए है।
Yes.
तो इसको हम देख लेंगे, अभी हम काम पे फोकस कर लेते हैं, फिर बच्चे आ जाते हैं, फिर हम सोचते हैं कि अच्छा बच्चों पे फोकस कर लेते हैं, and then eventually you do not give that importance to that particular relation to make it stronger day by day.
You're so right, and I think we're giving more importance and value to money sometimes.
We are
More, or sometimes our careers. Nothing wrong with that, but also our relationships, especially for young adults who are searching for the one, who are actually wanting the one.
So till this time I was honestly very focused about my career. I was like, okay, you know what, यहाँ तक पहुँचना है, उसके बाद शादी, and then 3-4 साल ऐसे ऐसे. I had this entire plan in my mind, but I don't think this is working out. Now I feel I'm too late.
Really?
Yeah,
How old are you?
I'm 27.
And why do you say that?
Because I think the search will take another year or so, and then you start to know that person, which will take another year or so. Then you get married eventually. I think I'll be over 30 when I get married, which I really didn't want it. Basically, I have been a very filmy bachi, and I really wanted to have that love story and love marriage and all of that. It just does not work out that way. It is very difficult at times to understand ki, okay, you know what, first of all, to figure out what you really want in the partner. Second of all, to figure out together what you want from the life together.
Right.
Which is very challenging.
It is. So any lessons or anything that, any message for the young who are struggling also?
I think people need to get more serious, because every single time, you know, they bound to get into a serious relationship, or when they actually feel that they are getting attached with somebody, there's some or the other reason that people find to escape that relationship.
Right.
And do not have that sustainability. Okay, you know what, let me put in efforts and stick around.
Right. Or get help. Sometimes help is available and guidance is needed.
And talk about things. Our generation has forgotten how to talk to each other. We don't talk. It's chatting. And you know, when you send a particular message, your emotions might be different, your feelings might be different, but the message that is being conveyed is totally opposite at times.
Right. So you're also confused. You're sending confused messages.
समझाना क्या चाह रही थी,
और कहना क्या चाह रही हो, और emoji कुछ और है.
And then they're like, okay, you know what, I don't think it's working out. अरे तुम समझ तो लो क्या बोलना चाह रही हो.
Exactly. And I think सबसे पहले अपने आप को समझो, because that is where it starts from. First, find yourself, know yourself,
and
know what you bring to the table, what are your strengths, what are your areas of improvement, because that's very important to first find. I think we should all date ourselves first.
Yeah.
Before we date another person.
If I tell you the areas of improvement that I have, I sleep a lot. I really don't like going out. I really don't like spending time, or, you know, struggling with the entire day, planning out a day. I'm not that particular kind of person. I go with the flow.
You're more spontaneous.
Yeah. कि okay, चलो अभी यहाँ जाना है, ठीक है यहाँ चल लेते हैं. अगर मूड नहीं है तो नहीं जाना है.
Right.
But then I think that adjustment needs to come in when you are with a partner. Okay, you know what he's saying, let me just take this effort and go out, which is nowadays not happening right now.
Right, you're so right, and I'm so glad that you are also self-aware. You're saying you are aware of your own areas of improvement as well, and you're also telling me a little bit about your reactivity and anger sometimes.
Yeah, at times when you are, you know, working for longer hours, of course you are frustrated with the work thing, and then even if the other person has planned something for you, you would not have the same reaction because you're already upset about the work thing.
Correct.
So I think the reactions which comes out of a person, which is a scope of improvement for all of us as an individual, because the work is a separate thing altogether, and the person who's doing so much to make sure you feel special, and we do not value that, is when things go wrong.
You're so right. And also, do you think that relationships have become more about convenience?
It is very convenient nowadays. I mean, okay, if you want to go for party. I'll rather prefer being at home, and they're okay with that fact.
Right.
Instead of spending time together and, you know, putting in efforts of going together, even if I don't like going for party.
Correct.
I should be going because I'll get to know my partner more. I'll understand him more.
Right.
That is not happening nowadays.
Yes. I mean,
I'll tell you, I honestly, as an individual, also do not do that. So.
Wow, I love your honesty.
It does happen. I mean, I don't feel like doing it at times. At times, you feel, okay, why do I have to put so much of efforts to find the right one? Why can't they just walk in? But they can't. They don't. Yeah. You have to struggle.
You have to, because love is about conscious effort. It is hard work. It requires practice and commitment
and a lot of, you know, sustainability, that you have to be there no matter what happens.
Absolutely. I've been married for 21 years, and I can tell you, of course, there are hardships and there are struggles and there are ups and downs, but when you weather these storms together,
is.
That's where the magic happens. Because together you're stronger.
I know.
Together you're better. There are no perfections. Nobody's perfect. There is no perfect relationship. There's no perfect partner.
But of course there is when you have that understanding with the other partner.
You can have a perfect understanding. Absolutely. And
that is the perfect relationship.
That is the perfect healthy relationship that we all should strive for.
I see you and Mr. Bedi just hugging each other with that friendly vibe. That is what I think we all need in this generation right now.
Yes, you're right.
The friendly bond.
Yes.
And not a husband-wife, not a girlfriend-boyfriend.
Yes.
But a friend who understands each other.
Absolutely. It's the friendship that creates the connection, the chemistry, in fact,
the comfort.
The comfort.
So even if I'm upset and even if I've failed in particular things, I can just come ahead and tell you, you know what, I failed today. You know what, your presentation was everything, and I could not speak further.
Right.
And I just stammered.
Correct.
And I didn't like it, but what do I do to fix it?
Correct.
All of that is very important to have a conversation so that the other person also understands, okay, you know what, this is a weakness and let me see what I can do to
support her, right? And to be vulnerable
rather than demotivating.
Yes. And to be vulnerable with each other.
Yeah.
That's what a relationship is all about.
Yeah.
You can be your true authentic self.
But at times being vulnerable also makes you, be scared of things, because there's always this fear whether if you're very open to some person about anything, that person might take advantage of it.
Yes.
You would not know whether the person is going to stick around for the rest of your life or not. And years later, in case if you break up with that person, the other person might just use those important information as a manipulation of your image, which is sad.
That's right. It's
people
sad.
need to stop doing
and it's
that.
happening, and
it is happening very clearly, and people need to stop doing that. People need to respect, no matter how good or bad the relationship was.
Right.
There must have been things, there must have been reasons that you broke up, but then have that dignity and do not disrespect somebody in any manner.
I agree with you 100%, and it's very important to show grace.
Yeah.
Even if there's a breakup that's happened, in the end, everybody can show grace.
But you also had the great memories with that person.
That's right.
Cherish
Give that. It's your choice to hold on to the goal.
Cherish that.
Absolutely. And you said so rightly, it's also a very scared generation, scared to commit, scared to speak up, scared to show up.
I'll tell you, I've had people in my life wherein they had feelings for me.
Right.
But then there's this, fear of probably rejection.
Yeah.
And they don't say things.
They don't speak up.
Because they're always like, okay, you know what if I get rejected? And which I don't have, to be very honest. And people at times do laugh at it. She liked that person, but she was so open about it and she said it to the entire world. So
Yes.
I liked him.
Right.
I told the world, it's okay. It's absolutely okay for him to not even like me back.
Right.
I'm just being expressive about my feelings. Why do you have to be the judgmental person to come and make a statement? Keep your statement to yourself.
I agree with you.
I would love to be open about life, and I would love to be open about the fact that I really have feelings for that person, which is fine if he does not.
Right, how nice, and that's what we need, more openness.
People are not open.
Open or honest.
People are more judgmental and not more.
Yes.
And they have all the authority in the world to judge others for doing whatever. Even if they are falling in love, and even if somebody is expressing, even if somebody is going on knees to propose somebody, they will not have the guts to do that.
Right.
But they will definitely have the guts to make fun out of it.
Or put somebody else down.
Yeah, which is sad.
And this needs to stop.
This needs to stop. Otherwise, the upcoming generation will not have, this. How do I say this? This fear which is there.
Right.
The upcoming generation will not even have
the skills to handle. Yeah.
Not even one person skills to even interact with someone.
You're right.
They will always be scared of this fact. Okay, you know what? Anything that I say, what if they judge me?
What if they judge me or reject me?
Because they always have seen the rejection
around them.
And which can also happen with our kids. Because if we are being judged and we are judging others,
we might be judging our children too then.
And the children might be judging us because they are learning from us.
They don't know better. Somebody has to break the cycle.
Somebody has
to break this chain. Very well said. So what are your non-negotiables in a relationship? That's something which are a complete no-no for you.
I think loyalty is something which is very difficult nowadays because earlier I think let's talk about our parents' generation. They had no more choices.
Yeah.
So they always knew, okay, you know what,
This is it.
ये है, यही है. इससे ज़्यादा
Good, bad, ugly, जो भी है ये.
I'll deal with him for the rest of the life. I'll deal with her for the rest of the life. Our generation has got choices.
Spoiled for choice.
So, which is also again wrong, because you could have done better with the first one.
Right.
But just because you found the other one prettier or more handsome, you went for that person and you did not even realize the bond that you actually had with this.
And then enough is never enough.
And that could have been the lifelong bond with that person.
You're so right.
So I think that is what is happening nowadays. We need to stop making choices.
Too many choices.
I have made it by myself, so I've realized now, honestly.
Right.
So I think we need to cut that. We need to focus on that one for the rest of the life.
Yes.
And we need to start putting efforts to find that one, to make that person feel special, to make that bond grow stronger and stronger on daily basis.
So true, because love requires daily commitment, daily practice. Like I said, it's conscious effort.
It's like a personal work that you need to do.
Every single day. There's nothing I can do for my partner but work on myself.
Yeah.
And similarly for my partner. If my partner is working on himself, the relationship will flower automatically. It will grow. And we will learn from each other. We will grow with each other. Any message again for the young who are struggling? I'm sure a lot of people can relate to you. They can resonate with what you are feeling.
There's no particular message as such, but what I feel is let's not forget that we need to respect each other as an individual, as friends.
Yes.
I think respect is something which is very much needed nowadays, considering everybody has got their own experiences, everybody has gone their own journey, and they would really want, if you cannot understand their journey, at least respect their feelings.
Respect their feelings.
Do not judge their feelings. So first, of course, be respectful towards each and every person, not just your partner.
Right.
Secondly, I think stop hopping from one to another. Just stick around and put in some efforts. It's very much required.
Right. Don't give up so soon.
I'm not giving up. I mean, every day there's a failure, of course, but then I am not giving up.
Wonderful.
I'm not going to give up.
Right.
I'll tell you a very funny story. So my boss had given me this diary when this hotel had opened.
Right.
And because I'm a very filmy bachi and I keep, roaming around saying all these lovey-dovey things and all of that. So he had given me this diary, which was, the cover was full of hearts. And he wrote a message saying, I hope you find the love of your life. And this is about 2018.
Wow.
We're sitting at 2023. Sorry, so you're wrong. Haven't been able to find it.
No.
But
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Trying for it, struggling for it every single day, praying for it that I find the right one.
Absolutely.
So,
and what I love about her is that she is so honest about, let me also be the one, let me be first the person that I am looking for in the other. Let me first find myself and gift that to the other, because it's so easy for us to find that in the other. But it starts with me loving myself, me working on myself, me again knowing who I am, what I stand for, what are my areas of growth and improvement. Because like I said, love is tricky, love is messy, love is difficult, it's complicated, but at the same time, it is divinity, it is the oxygen of the universe, it's the most important driving force. We all need it. Thank you so much, Sarita, for talking to me. Love you. Stay blessed, and I hope you find the one. And before that, hope you can be the one yourself for someone.
Oh, that is the major focus right now.
Yes, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Hopefully.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.